Jurgen Klopp is leaving Liverpool. We'll start building the statue now because he is. I mean, he's got to be the best manager Liverpool have ever had. And I know there are some good managers out there that we've had. I know some people might disagree with that, but I don't think it's an outlandish statement to say that he's the best. Certainly not outlandish to say that he deserves a statue because he does, guiding Liverpool to their first Premier League title, the first top flight win in the Premier League era, regaining the power to Liverpool that we once had to be able to win in Europe, and the manner in which we did these things, to lose, get pipped at the post by Man City, so close, and to come back and then win it, and not just win it, but win it the quickest any team has ever won the Premier League, is incredible. To go all the way to Kiev in the Champions League and lose to Real Madrid in the manner in which we did, with the Sergio Ramos controversy and all these things, and then to lose, and you think, well, that's it then. Liverpool were favourites to win it. That was their chance, and they messed it up. But then to go back the very next season and get all the way to the final again and win. Every trophy that we could have won, we've won. And it's impossible to sit here and say that he's not the best manager. He's half the reason I fell in love with this club as much as I have. He's a phenomenal manager. And it's not just a loss for Liverpool. It's a loss for the whole of the Premier League. A manager of his capability, a manager of his stature being in the Premier League, it just elevates and lifts the entire league. So losing him, I don't know if he's going to go on to another club or what his plans are, but losing him from the Premier League as a whole is, it's not something that's great, regardless of the club you support. Maybe you hate Liverpool, maybe you're excited to hopefully try and beat Liverpool. Losing him from the league isn't great, and you'd think, given his age and how great he still is, he will be managing again, as much as I hope not. Alongside that, the job that FSG now have to replace not only Klopp, but the entire sporting staff that he's taken with him, from the assistant managers to the sporting director, everyone is leaving alongside him. It leaves us at FSG with a very difficult job. How do you replace him, and who do you replace him with, and who do you replace the entire team with? This is, I'd say, the hardest job FSG have got. It's their biggest task, is how do you replace Klopp? Now, the obvious answer is Xabi Alonso. Not to say obvious answer, but I think that's probably the most common answer you'll see. Will that happen? I don't know. But you've got a whole team to replace now. And it'll be a tall order off the back of this season, regardless of how we finish, for them to just embed their way in. They're going to have a big task. And who do you get on board to replace the likes of a Jurgen Klopp? It's got to be the hardest job for FSG at the moment. I think, looking at some of the achievements Jurgen Klopp's been able to do at this club is just amazing. From matches like the Barca 4-0 win, the Barcelona 4-0 at Anfield, coming off the back of a 3-0 deficit, to make it to the next round of Champions League. The Newcastle game where we put up the most XG ever in a game, and we just walked over them. And the previous most XG was set by the two teams combined, and we beat that on our own. The Bournemouth 9-0. Or I think probably my favourite is Liverpool beating Man United 7-0. I think that the manner in which it happened. Um, Beating your rivals when you're having a very off season, when you're struggling. You finish fifth. When you finish in, when you and a Man U team that was on form, what unbeaten in 11 games, or lost one in 11 games, including a win over Man City. Very, good looking Man U team to beat them, your rivals 7-0 on your off season is amazing. And that, alongside I think the Barcelona 4-0 win, are my two favourite matches. I think probably the Man U 7-0 just pips it for me. You look at things like that and the team he's built, the way he's just embedded Trent, Robertson, Van Dijk, Mo Salah, these players, these Jurgen Klopp players, that will undoubtedly go down in Liverpool's history. Alisson, look at Nunes and how loved he is now by their fans. The Jurgen Klopp team that he's built, it's just incredible. It's absolutely amazing that the team that he's built, and how will this news affect them? That's what I want to know. This stage of the season, we're fighting on 4 fronts: Europa League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and the Premier League. Carabao Cup, we're in the final. FA Cup, we got Norwich on Sunday. Premier League, we've got Chelsea and Arsenal coming up. Europa League, we're favourites to win it. How is this going to affect our team? We saw it with Alex Ferguson when he announced his retirement. And hoping it would spur on the team, and it just didn't. We ended up finishing third in 2002. And look, I hope this doesn't happen for us. The mentality monsters. Go and win it all. Go and win everything for him. And it's a shame. It's such a shame that it's not a Champions League. It's a Europa League. But I want to go and win everything for him. Keep this Premier League title charge going. Beat Arsenal and beat Chelsea. Win the Carabao Cup. Chelsea, at least getting one piece of silverware soon. Carabao Cup against Chelsea, 25th of Feb. Win that. Keep progressing in the FA Cup. Get to the final and win the FA Cup. Europa League, win that. It's a shame it's not the Champions League, but win the Europa League. And then win the Premier League. Imagine that. For Jurgen Klopp in his last season, he wins everything. Wins the quadruple. Again, not the quadruple that you'd want. You'd want it to be the Champions League, of course. Everyone would want it to be the Champions League, but it's not. End of the day, and this is the situation we're in. So go and win it all for him. And the scenes we'll see if we win the Carabao Cup on the 25th, win the FA Cup, win the Premier League final. I think the final Premier League day is the 19th of May. Win that, and then on the 22nd of May, go and win the Europa League. His last match. Win it all for him, because he fucking well deserves it, right? I think that's probably the feelings the majority of the fans will share. That he deserves a statue. We need to go and win everything for him this season. And I think a lot of the fans will be feeling that Liverpool are in the mud now. So now we got to do it. This is our last season with Klopp. We got to go win everything. We got to go win the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, League, and Europa League. Because after this, we're going to have a few seasons of trouble, to say the least. So I think that's how a lot of the fans, will be feeling. That said, I think the mentality of the team, the mentality monsters he has built, will survive. Will be okay. No, I think we'll be okay. It's just about who we appoint. That said, though, it goes without saying that, of course, and I think I speak for every single Liverpool fan when I say we wish him all the best. Goes without saying he's welcome at the club all the time. You know what I mean? There'll always be a seat with his name on it, and you'll never walk alone. I think he's the best pound for pound manager in Liverpool's history. The best manager in Liverpool's history. The best pound for pound manager in the world at the moment. And one of the best to ever do it. So I think from me and all the Liverpool fans, thank you, Jurgen Klopp. Thank you, Jurgen. Kloppo. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe. You know how YouTube works. Peace.